You know that AI is powerful. It's changing the way that we entrepreneurs are operating. Content creators are creating their content and analyzing it, all that together. But there's been a major breakthrough recently that has come through that gives you an opportunity to do what some major science manufacturers are doing. People that are in science, they're in manufacturing, they're doing a lot of research and analysis. They've had a big breakthrough. And I'm going to show you at the end of this video how you can tap into it, what you can do in business. It's going to take you, move it way ahead of where the competition is. Hi, I'm Terry Brock, your guide here at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, and we're looking at how we can take AI and other tools to help you get further ahead and be able to get more done in a competitive advantage. We're doing that in a live and let live way. That's our whole philosophy here. Live and let live. We call it the non-aggression principle, NAP. You do whatever you want to do as long as you don't harm someone else. And what I'm going to show you now is really powerful stuff. It's going to help you to get ahead and to do some amazing things. Let me take you right to it. Let's get at it right off the bat here. I was reading in Science Daily. I was doing some research on Content Cloud the other day, which gives me all kinds of information that's there. They took me over to Science Daily, a tool that I don't use very often. I don't read a lot. I'm a wannabe scientist. I did not study science when I was in school, other than, the basics that we had. But I do admire the scientific method. And this article really got my attention. And I want to share this with you right now. They took something from the Department of Energy, Brookhaven National Laboratory. They say electronic nanomaterials experts have imagined how recent advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning could aid scientific brainstorming and ideation. To accomplish this, they have developed a chatbot with knowledge in the kinds of science that he's been engaged in. And this is the key. You might think, well, I'm not a scientist. I'm not doing this. Well, what they're doing in their science is what you and I can do. And I'm going to show you how. Again, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you what the breakthroughs are that you can tap into. And it's almost like you're getting an unfair advantage of what's going on. So let's take a look at what they're doing there at the National Science Laboratory as we cover this, and we took a look at what is available. A lot of good things are available there. So I'm going to look at this right here. And I went down here, took a look at it, and she gave a scenario here that I think is pretty interesting. You look at, say, a researcher has just finished writing a scientific paper. She knows her work could benefit from another perspective. Did she overlook something? Well, that's always important to do. Science looks at those things. Or perhaps there's an application of her research that she hadn't thought of. A second set of eyes would be great, but even the friendliest of collaborators might not be able to spare the time to read all the required background publication to catch up with. And that's exactly what you and I are going through. We've got problems that we put something together, but is it real? Is this right? It'd be real good if I could hire 10 people to read this and look at it, good editors, etc. Well, you can do even better than that right now. Instead of 10 editors that you might hire, you can hire my friends at ChatGPT. Yeah, ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude. Those are three really good tools to make this happen. And so here they give us a real world example. Kevin Yeager. He's a leader of the Electronic Nanomaterials Group at the Center for Functional Nanomaterials. Now, we didn't study a whole lot of nanomaterials when I was in business school. Okay, we just missed that. We were looking at cash flow analysis, marketing segmentation, marketing analysis, all that kind of stuff in business. That was good. We didn't get into nanomaterials, but what applies there can apply to you and me. And get this, they have imagined how recent advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning could aid scientific brainstorming and ideation. To accomplish this, he's developed a chatbot with knowledge of the kinds of science he's been engaged in. What they're doing, what Kevin Yeager is doing, is what you and I can do. We need something for ideation, but we need to make sure the source is real. Here's the problem. Much of what's out there in AI is not true. Way too much of it. We think, well, wait a minute, if AI told us this, if ChatGPT told us this, or if Perplexity told us that, that's not good. Those of us who have worked with it for a while, you know what I'm talking about. You know that there's times when, hey, what we're saying is just not true. And so how do you know what is true and what isn't? Well, what you want to do is you take the information that you know is real. You know this is in fact true. And you feed that into your own GPT. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. Your own GPT, so now you know it is good. It's based on your market. It's based on the details that you have seen and what you have experienced. And that is what they're doing at the Center for Functional Nanomaterials. And here's the goal. Their goal is very similar to what you and I have. We want to be able to quickly document, understand and convey information about an experiment that could take a number of ways, help in a number of ways, from breaking down language barriers to saving time by summarizing larger pieces of work. So you get the summary. You find out what is working in your marketing, what kind of tests have worked really well, what haven't worked well, and why. And you have that available knowledge that you can refer to on your own, and you know it's going to be true. You know that with AI, sometimes it's not right and it gives us wrong information. We call that hallucination in AI. Yeah, it's hallucinating. Well, there's a way to get around that, and here's what they're doing. The challenge that's common with language models is that sometimes they hallucinate plausible sounding but untrue things, and that explain what Mr. Yeager was explaining. This has been a core issue to resolve for a chatbot used in research as opposed to one doing something like, say, writing poetry. We don't want to fabricate facts or citations. This needed to be addressed. The solution for this was something we call embedding, a way of categorizing and linking information quickly behind the scenes. So what we need to do is to find what is working, what is not hallucination, and make sure that we categorize it the right way so that we are embedding the right kind of information. We'll borrow from what the great scientists are doing and how they are making this work and do it in a profound way. So listen to this. Embedding is a process that transforms words and phrases into numerical values. Hey, that's really good. Mathematics. The resulting embedding vector quantifies the meaning of the text. When a user asks the chatbot a question, it's also sent to the ML, machine language embedding model, to calculate its vector value. The vector is used to search through a pre-computed database of text chunks from scientific papers that were similarly embedded. The bot then uses text snippets and finds that are semantically related to the question to get a more complete understanding of the context. So what does that mean? They're finding what is true. They then embed that into the new material. So you're building on what is true based on a GPT that you've created. So what this means is you're going to have more reliable information than your competitors. It's not just going to be guessing, it's going to be writing. If you're writing poetry, that's fine. It can be flowery. If you're writing just some nice text, that's one thing. But when you're looking for the real answers, it's a different ballgame. You want to make sure you've got true data that isn't going to lead you in the wrong direction. And here's the real key. By providing text chunks from the body of trusted documents, you can highlight that one, underline it, italicize it, trusted documents, the chatbot generates answers that are factual and sourced. So what does this mean to you and me? We're making our ideas, we're getting our ideation when we talk about what's going on and what we might do with facts and something that is not hallucinations, but rather it works. And here are some examples of where we can use this and where they're using it in science. There are a number of tasks that a domain-specific chatbot like this could clear from a scientist's workload. Classifying and organizing documents, summarizing publications, pointing out relevant info, and getting up to speed in a new topical area are just a few potential applications, remarked Yeager. I'm excited to see where all of this will go, though. We never could have imagined where we are now 3 years ago, and I'm looking forward to where we'll be 3 years from now. And guess what? This is what you and I can do. So what we're doing is we're collecting a database of knowledge that we know is true, that we know we can rely on. It is not hallucination. And then we build our own GPT to get that. Well, how do we do that? This is where ChatGPT and the good folks at OpenAI come in with what they have recently announced. Okay, here I am on the OpenAI website, looking at what they've said about introducing GPTs. Those GPTs are going to be your own introduction. What it means is, for example, they give a few examples here in a page that laid out, okay, like creative writing coach. I'm excited to read your work and give you feedback to improve your skills. That's good. They got that in there. Laundry buddy. Get this. Ask me anything about stains, settings, sorting, and everything laundry. Hey, that's a good thing. I've got some stains I'd like to find out about. It would be nice to have a professional bot that can come in there and show you what to do, what not to do, etc. And you can think about that for any task you want. And so they explain this. Here's a tech advisor. This is one that was really good. You got a question about tech? Hey, we all do from time to time. You can get your buddy there to help out on that. And I think this is good having it there. Sticker whiz. So you can put in there, I'll turn your wildest dreams into die-cut stickers shipped to your door. So you can have all this available. Negotiator. Hey, this is a great one that you can use. I'm sharing this with my buddy Greg Williams. Greg is a master negotiator. He trains people how to do this. He's looking at these kind of things that can be done with this AI. Well, this is what they announced recently. You'll see it was November 6, 2023, and here was the announcement they said when they said we're rolling out custom versions of ChatGPT you can create for specific purpose called GPTs. GPTs are a new way for anyone to create a tailored version of ChatGPT to be more helpful in their daily life at specific tasks, at work, at home, and then share that creation with others. For example, GPTs can help you learn the rules to any board game, to help teach your kids math, design stickers, all kinds of things like that. And you see, this is the ability where we are going to be able to go far ahead. You can take what is available on ChatGPT, customize it, and create your own. This is something we're looking into. Gina and I are going to be getting into this more through Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, and this is the key for you. This is what you want to look at. GPTs. Bounce over to OpenAI. Read up on what the GPTs are. You'll want to study some of those. There are some that are really good. Like, for instance, that laundry one. It might seem a little silly. It's not in business, but it's good. Think about it. We all have challenges with laundry. How do you clean this? How do you get these stains out? What about this kind of garment? What does this well? What does that well? Etc. Well, now you can get that in that specific area. There'll be other areas. Think about your business and how you could customize a GPT in your industry and be the go-to source for your customers. This is the key, and it opens up a lot of possibilities. Let me know what you think in the chat below, the chats, or wherever you're getting this on a podcast, or if you're getting it somewhere else. Let us know what you think, because this is what it's all about. What they're talking about here is valid for you and me in a big, big way. And this is where our world is. The opportunities are enormous, and it's all really about the live and let live lifestyle. You want to be able to do whatever you want. Don't harm others. Don't take their stuff. Like we say, we call it the NAP, the non-aggression principle. Living peacefully. That's the key. Anything that's peaceful is what Leonard Read told us about. The Foundation of Economic Education is what he founded, and the idea of that non-aggression principle is so important. This is what we're talking about at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. And we invite you to bounce over to starkravingentrepreneurs.com. Take a peek at what we've got there. We've got some good programs for you, helping you to get it done. Not only showing you what can be done, but doing it with you. We have programs where we sit down and work with you to get the job done, to make it happen. And hey, you can find out more about this. We'd love you to like, share, and subscribe to this. That lets the algorithms know that you are supporting live and let live lifestyle peacefully. We need more of that in our world today, that's for sure. And so we're going to be here to help you out. And we've got some other programs that are going to really give you a boost on what you can do. Matter of fact, I'd like you to bounce over to AItoolsforbiz.com. That's AI to all in lowercase, the number 4 biz. And we've got a free report for you there that's ongoing. We're continuing to modify it and make it better, where we've got tools like ChatGPT and explain that, Canva and how you can use that, DALL-E 2 and now DALL-E 3. We also talk about Udly, a great speech coach that is AI. Yeah, you want to get better in your public speaking. You want to get better in professional speaking. Want to get better in that interview that you've got. Udly is a tool that can really help you with that. Stable Diffusion is another tool that's great for looking at pictures and video, like lexica.art. Very important. And some of these have come from, like ChatGPT, and DALL-E comes from OpenAI. A lot of good tools, and you can get that. Matter of fact, here, I'll make this real easy for you. We've got, for those of you that are watching this on video, here's the QR code. I know you got your camera with you, so you can take that QR code there. Or if you're listening on audio, AI Tools, the number 4, biz.com will help you and get that together. So we want to hear from you. What do you think about these new ways of creating your own GPT that would be really select and focused on a given purpose, on your market? This is going to be helpful. And also, we got a special treat for you here, a video that takes the classic idea of here's what was wrong before you used our product, here's what you can do well with it, our product, and how you can use that in a dramatic breakthrough, something we could not do before. Bounce over there and take a look at it. I'm Terry Brock. Really appreciate you joining us today. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.